Hello, welcome to Defying the Stars Tarot and Astrology. We are here for our weekly pick-a-deck reading. This week, I'm going to be asking the cards, what advice do you have right now? And this is going to be quick advice for whatever scenario you're currently dealing with. We're going to go a little faster than we normally go in these readings. You may be able to tell that my throat is a little hoarse right now. So I want to focus on just getting 3 cards today to give us some quick advice for whatever scenario you are looking for information on. So with that, I invite you to look at the 4 decks we have before us. We have number 1, Dali Tarot, number 2, the Starseed Oracle, number 3, Cat Tarot, and number 4, Modern Witch Tarot. Pick the deck that's calling to you today. The timestamps for each reading will be in the description below, so you can hop to the one you're looking for, and I will see you there. Okay, welcome to our reading for deck number 1. This is our Dali Tarot. So we are asking for quick advice on our current situation, whatever that may be for you. I'm hoping the cards don't get too deep into what the situation is and rather just focus on advice for what we need to do right now. Okay, so 3 cards, that's all we're doing, no clarifiers. We are just going to see what the current advice is. I think that just these 3 cards right off the bat, the advice is to hold and wait, but I'll tell you why. So Page of Wands reversed. The Page of Wands is a doer, is someone who is ready to go and take a leap of faith, start a project without really knowing what they're getting into, is somebody who is willing to take risks and kind of goes in with a little bit of naivete, kind of like the Fool card. They are just ready to get going and they're not worried about repercussions. With this card coming in reversed, I think that it is a caution. It is a hold on, don't go rushing into something. You need to wait and gather more information. Pages are often seen as messengers. So there may be more information that needs to come in before you're ready to act. So kind of a hold on, wait and see. Next, we have the Ten of Swords reversed. The Ten of Swords is a card of finality, of definite endings, of hard stops. So with this card coming in reversed, what I am seeing is that this situation hasn't come to a full conclusion yet. Whatever it is that you're seeking advice on, there is more information to come. There are still things evolving and unfolding. And so it may be wiser to wait until we reach a definite finality here. And finally, we have the Sun, which is also reversed. The Sun is always a good card, whether it's upright or reversed. When it's reversed, it's a reminder that the Sun is always going to return eventually. There is no such thing as permanent darkness or permanent night. The sun comes up every day. There may be cloudy days, but they're not all going to be cloudy. And so when you think about that, what this card is saying is that we're in a temporary downturn or a temporary cloudy day. Whatever is weighing on you may pass. So if you are feeling like, oh, I got to do something about this situation, it's not okay, I don't feel good about this, I need to act. I think that what the assembled cards here are saying, the combination of the 3, is that it's not time yet. This is temporary, whatever this is. Don't fly off the handle. Don't rush into premature action, and wait for the events to fully unfold and reach a finishing point. So the advice here, our quick advice from these 3 cards, just wait it out. More information is forthcoming. Give it time to unfold. So that was our quick advice. And if you like this format more than the longer readings, let me know. I can do more of these. Please consider hitting the like button or leaving a comment. Let me know how you feel about all of this. And I hope you'll subscribe to the channel. Come see us for future videos. Regardless, no pressure. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you again. Okay, hello, this is deck number 2, our Starseed Oracle. So let's get some quick advice from this one. We will draw 3 cards instead of our usual 6 and just focus on what the message is in terms of advice. Not spending too much time unpacking the situation. You should already know what that is. So we're just going to find out what it is that you need to be doing with it. Okay, so card number 1, the Golden Children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. This card is calling on you to get back in touch with your inner child. Come back to that place of innocence and openness to the world. A lot of times, as we get older, we get jaded. Our experiences harden us. We form biases. This is not a knock on anybody. Everybody forms biases. It's how our brains are trained to keep us safe in the world. We form judgments about things that happen to us. We draw conclusions, and we use those to inform our future behavior because, you know, at the base level of our brains, that's what makes sense. Hot stove, don't touch it. That was bad. But it can leave out some of the nuance when we're dealing with a more complex social world. So this is calling on you to reconnect with that inner child, reconnect with that openness and that willingness to believe in the good, to be optimistic, to believe in possibilities, rather than writing things off as, oh, this is too good to be true, or it can't be trusted. So a little bit of a call to open yourself back up. Our next card is Double Mission. Lightworker, Starseed, serve the world by being you. So this deck is very much focused on the idea of starseeds and that there are souls who come from beyond who are here to do special work. But for this, in terms of advice for you right now, Double Mission, what this card says to me is that you can serve the world the best by being yourself. You may feel a lot of pressure right now in your life to conform to standards, to follow conventional wisdom. And that may be kind of pushing down on that inner child as well. This feeling of like, okay, you must be an adult, you must be a professional, you must behave this way, you must behave that way, you must do these things to get a job, or you must do these things to further your career, or you must do these things in your relationships. Let all of that go for a moment and just consider what feels natural and instinctive to you. Because there is no one size fits all answer in this world. And you may be the best version of yourself by just tapping back into your own personal instincts and following what feels right to you rather than what all of the voices outside are saying. Because those things may work for some people, but they're not going to work for everyone. And if your soul is here with a mission, then the way that you are going to complete that mission is to embrace what feels right to you. Our final card came in reversed, so I'm just going to flip it so that we can get an idea of it. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. And that did come out reversed. So I think what we're seeing here is that you've been in a state where you have been feeling stifled, feeling like you're not sure which way to go, feeling like you maybe want to do things your own way, but you are feeling pressured to follow a more conventional path or a more sorry, I keep messing with the cards. I'm so OCD right now. you feel like you maybe have been pressured to follow a more conventional path, follow a prescribed way of doing things, especially if there's pressure from other people around you. If you're feeling the pressure of doing right by your family or your partner or your cat, whoever it might be, um, I think what these cards and some are calling on you to do is stop listening to some of that external noise and stop letting the weight of this material reality bring you down. At the end of the day, you have to be true to yourself, or you are going to be trying to fulfill a role that wasn't meant for you. At the end of the day, there are many different ways to achieve the same outcome. You can follow the conventional path, you can follow the tried and true, but if that's not working for you, if that is stifling you, if that is keeping you from doing what it is you feel you've come here to do in this life, then it's time to consider doing it your own way. Forge your own path. Serve the world by being you, is what this central card says. The best thing that you can do is be your best self. That is the best any of us can do. And our best self is what's true to us, not what the world tells us we should be. So, overall, the quick advice here: reconnect with your inner child, because that is the truest form of you before the world came in and told you all the things that you should be. Try to release all of those shoulds. Try to release all of that pressure and come back to, if it was up to me, what would I do and how would I do it? And follow that path. And it's going to take some courage. It's not easy to defy the expectations of those around you. It's not easy to tell your partner, hey, I need you to sacrifice because I want to do this thing. But it's important to at least be true to yourself and have those conversations, even if you end up deciding that what you want to do isn't viable. It's important to own that part of yourself and try to figure out ways to make it happen in the future, even if it can't happen right at this moment. So just let it out. Don't stifle it. Give it room to breathe, acknowledge it, bring it out into the light, and see what comes from that. That is the quick advice for this deck. So that was not quite as quick as our first reading. It was very straightforward, but if you like this quicker reading, if you like this format, please let me know. I appreciate likes, comments, subscriptions, all of those wonderful YouTube things. No pressure, but it was wonderful having you here, and I hope to see you again. All right, welcome to deck number 3 for some more quick advice on your current situation. We are going to cut the deck. I shuffled off camera, and normally I draw 3 cards and then 3 clarifiers, but today we're just drawing 3 cards. We're not going to worry about unpacking the situation. We're just going to look for some quick advice. All right. So on this one, we have the Page of Cups reversed, we have the Two of Swords, and we have the World reversed. So in terms of advice, the Page of Cups reversed tells me that it may be time to hold your cards a little closer to the vest. The Page of Cups is a card of open-heartedness, of romanticism, of, that kind of poet personality that just wants to share their feelings with everyone, who is assuming that by being open and vulnerable that they will receive the same in return. I think that this card right now is saying this isn't really the time for that. It's time more to keep it to yourself until you know where things are landing in this situation. It's time to not bottle it up, because that's never healthy, but make sure that you are expressing yourself to appropriate outlets. Um, you know, and maybe instead of having wine with your besties, you just tell your therapist, or, just as an example, don't vent to your boss, vent to the coworker who works for a different boss who can't have any impact on the situation. Whatever makes sense for the situation. Be careful about who you're confiding in, and be careful about how much you're sharing. For the second card, the Two of Swords, whenever we have the Two of Swords, it's a decision point. It is, there's incomplete information, but a decision has to be made, and we got to go one way or the other. When the Two of Swords is upright like this, I think it's a call to make that decision. When it's reversed, it's maybe it's not time to make that decision yet, or it's an acknowledgement that we're putting off making that decision. But with it upright, I think it's calling for a decision. So you're not going to have all the information that you want to make this decision. You're not going to have that clarity that you're looking for, but you have to take the information you have, make a pro con list, try to pick the better of the two options. And finally, with the World reversed. When the World is upright, it is a card of fulfillment and completion. With it reversed, what it tells me is there's more work to be done still. There's more ways to go before you reach the culmination on whatever it is you're working on. There's the phrase that's coming to mind is "miles to go before I sleep" from Robert Frost. It's a card that says, like, hey, you can get there. It is possible. It's not time to give up, but it is an acknowledgement that there's a lot of work to be done still. So I think these cards are very different. It's hard to see how they all connect, but hopefully for you and your situation, it makes sense. But I think the overall advice here is that you have a decision to make. You need to make that decision with the understanding that whichever way you go, there's no quick finish here. There's no quick success. It's going to take time. There's more work to be done before reaching a goal. So bear that in mind as you are making your decision. No matter which decision you make, there's going to be some more work involved. And take care with who you are talking about and talking to and making this decision. Also take care in who you're talking about. Always, you have to be careful with those kinds of things. But the Page of Cups reversed here tells me, like, be careful about what you are diving into and what you are putting out into the world, what you are leaving exposed. What we see here is a cat who has clearly been uh, maybe been playing with the toilet paper, but is clearly drinking out of the toilet. And as a cat, that's a risk that you take, and sometimes it's fine, but sometimes it backfires. And I think with this reversal here, not to be crass or gross about it, but be careful which toilets you're drinking out of. You need to make sure they're clean. So bear that in mind. This is a call for caution, for decisiveness, and for an acceptance that there is more ahead, that you will need to keep working to achieve your goal. There is no quick answer or quick finish here. So that's our quick advice from our cards. I hope it was helpful. Please let me know in a comment if you like this format or if you would prefer the more traditional, longer readings that I normally do. I appreciate comments, likes, hitting the subscribe button, all the YouTube things. It lets me know if these are reaching people or not. And I hope to see you again in a future video. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to our reading for deck number 4. This is our Modern Witch Tarot. Again, this time we are asking for some quick advice on a situation. So we are only going to pull 3 cards this time and get the actionable advice from those. We're not going to dig too much into what the situation is, just how you should approach it. So we have here the Temperance card reversed. What this card tells me in this situation is that you have been through a tempering process already. I think what this is saying is that, when we talk about temperance, it's the idea of, processing something to make it stronger. It's also the idea of moderation and care. But in this instance, what I'm feeling is that you have already been through a process of hard work and caution and care, and it has developed you into something much stronger than you used to be. And you have that strength to draw upon now. So you don't have to keep living in a space of, I've just got to keep my head down and keep working and keep building my skills and my strengths. This card is saying you're there. You've made it. It's now maybe time to be a little less moderate, a little less cautious, and fall back on the strength that you have already developed. And that's reinforced here by the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands says it's time to start an adventure. The Page of Wands is young and naive and is not burdened by responsibilities and cares and the cold, hard blows of reality. The Page of Wands is ready to start something. They are not worried about the repercussions. They're not worried about the long-term consequences. They are ready to take that risk. And so the Page of Wands here is calling on you to take a risk, to start an adventure that you've maybe been holding back on, feeling like you weren't ready, it wasn't the time. It's time now. And I think that that is further reinforced by the Hierophant coming in reversed here. The Hierophant is a card of tradition and institutions. It is a card of order and ritual and all of those kinds of things. And with it coming in reversed here, it feels like a call to buck tradition, buck the conventional wisdom. It is not time to play it safe. It is not time to fall back on routine. It is not time to fall back on tradition. Right now, the things that call for caution and care, those are both upside down on either side of this Page of Wands. That time has passed. It is time now to go, to be brave, to embark on an adventure, to let go of all of the things weighing you down, telling you shouldn't, you can't, it's not practical, it's not wise. Sometimes you have to be brave and start something because that's the only way to get somewhere. Otherwise, you're just going to be spinning your wheels. So, whatever situation you're asking about, I think the advice is very clear. It's time to take a risk. It is time to start something new, and time to let go of the coulds and woulds and shoulds that may be weighing on your mind. It's time to release some of that and be willing to be a trailblazer, be willing to be someone who forges their own path. Even with all of the weight of everything telling you that you shouldn't do this or you're not ready, the cards are saying you are ready. And the cards are saying that the conventional wisdom is not serving you right now. So go out there and take a risk. I hope it works out for you. I hope that you learn and grow through the process and find something wonderful at the end of your journey. So with that, I'll wrap it up. Please consider leaving me a comment. If you have watched my videos before, let me know if you like this quick format, if you would like to see more of these, or if you kind of want to go back to the deeper readings. Please consider doing the YouTubey things of subscribing, liking, leaving comments. All of those things are helpful to me, not because of any monetization reasons. We're not there yet as a channel and maybe never will be, but it's helpful to me as a content creator to know whether this is hitting or not, and if I should consider other uses of my time. So I appreciate anything you can give in that regard, but no pressure. I'm here either way. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you again in a future reading.